Hey guys, welcome to day 22 of my Vlogmas series, and today I thought we'd talk about guitars. I'm going to title this My Dream Guitars, but some of these are just going to be ones that I fancy. There's a few that I really like the look of, but I haven't had a chance to check out. Saying that, I think what will be listed as my dream guitar on this list is one I have never seen in person, let alone actually tried. But here we go. So we'll start off with the obvious one because it's been mentioned in a previous video. I'm going to include it on this list because it is a guitar that I would like to get my hands on again. And that is the PRS SE Soap Bar 2. That is one, if you haven't seen the previous video on it, that is a guitar that I won in a competition, and it was absolutely beautiful, but I didn't appreciate it at the time, and I stupidly thought it was not worth me keeping hold of because I wasn't using it as much, and I didn't see the potential of using it to like layer guitars and add color and all this other stuff. So yeah, I got rid of it. And now I want it back. But we'll start off with that one. That's an obvious one kind of thing, as it's already been mentioned. But we'll move on from that to these ones that I mentioned of I have an interest in, and they're ones that I've seen and read up about and seen videos on. Not had a chance to play any of these, but they're ones that have stuck around in my kind of list of wanted equipment. Then I like passing fancies and going, oh, that one looks kind of cool. There's lots of those, lots and lots of guitars and other things that I've seen where it's gone, that actually looks like it'd be really cool, and then I've completely forgotten about it. But these don't fall into that category. So again, I got notes over there to remind me. We'll start off with the G&L Tribute Series ASAT Special. I believe this was on an Anderton's video a while back, and yeah, I just really liked the sound of it. I thought the look of it was really cool as well. A lot of these may fall down to just kind of aesthetics, but for the most part with these ones I've at least like tried to watch videos on, having not been able to actually play them myself. But yeah, I really liked what was said about them in the Anderton's video, and it just sounded really cool to me as well. Along similar lines, Fender Modern Player, was it? There seems to have a run-on kind of title. Fender Modern Player Tele Thin Line Deluxe. That one. That was another one that again caught my eye. I read up on it. I really liked the semi-hollow body to it, and yeah, it was just another one that falls down to it looks really cool. I saw a few things on it that seemed to have a tone that I'd enjoy. These ones, like I say, I wouldn't necessarily say these are proper dream guitars, but they've been on my wanted level, or at least to check out level list for a while now. And you'll notice a running theme as I go into the next one. This is one I have tried. This is on my dream list or want list, even though it's been quite some years since I last tried it. But this is the Fender 72 Telecaster Custom. Again, I have to look at the notes just because there's the custom and there's the deluxe, if I remember correctly, and it's the custom that I want. It's got the single coil and the humbucker rather than the two humbuckers. And yeah, I got to play it some years ago. I mainly played it because I needed a guitar to check out an amp that I was interested in, and this is where I fell in love with the Orange Dual Terror, something I still haven't got a hold of. But I needed something to play through that, and my Telecaster, which I have just off screen here, being my favourite, I went straight for looking at Telecasters, and that one kind of piqued my interest, so I picked that up and absolutely loved that, and I loved the amp as well. So that's been on my wanted list for a long time. The running theme you're seeing here is Telecasters. I've already mentioned about my standard being my go-to one. I'm not going to bother picking up. Lily over there is my favourite guitar that I own, and I just have this thing about Telecasters. The shape of the body aesthetically is pleasing to me, and I just like the feel and the weight of a lot of them. Obviously they change depending on the woods and whether they're hollow bodies or what, but yeah, I just have this thing for Telecasters apparently. So yeah, the GNL is a Telecaster looking guitar. It's a T-type, I should say, and then there's the other two tellies as well that I mentioned. So that's my kind of Telecaster thing. I have a thing for Telecasters. But going off of Telecasters, but staying on Fender, one that is on my kind of dream guitar list, but this is one that I've not seen in person. And basically, there's only one reason I'm interested in it. This one could be one that I wouldn't go for. I would have to check it out, but it is the Fender Kurt Cobain Jaguar. Now I'm interested in this one because I am a huge Kurt Cobain fan, Nirvana fan and all that. Kurt Cobain is the reason why I got into playing guitar. I did have a Jag Stang a long time ago, which for those who don't know, that was Kurt Cobain's signature, where he put together, like he mixed a Jaguar and a Mustang together and created his own guitar. And I really did not get on with that guitar in the slightest, but that was mainly because of the bridge. It had a floating bridge, if I remember correctly. If it wasn't floating, then I'm wrong, but either way, it was the bridge that I mostly didn't get on with, because anytime I kind of did any palm muting, I found that the pitch changed and the tuning was really unstable, and it was just a mess. But the Jaguar, this one, I really like the look of it, and it's Kurt Cobain, and I've been interested in checking out Jaguars in general for a while, so yeah. But it has a bit of a hefty price tag on it, so it would depend on actually playing it and actually liking it before I'd go yes, rather than it being, this is definitely a dream guitar, I will buy it no matter what. So there's that. The guitar that would probably rank second place in my dream guitar list is, these are all ones that I've not seen in person, but this one is the PRS 513. Now I'm kind of in two minds about this one. Both me and a friend, when the 513 came out, we both have this thing for PRS. Generally, he's more of an Ibanez guy, I'm more of a Fender Telecaster guy, though I say that knowing I have an Ibanez bass and an Ibanez guitar there that I adore both of them. But I know that when it comes down to it, however much I like my Ibanez over there, I keep coming back to my Telecaster, so I think I am more of a Fender guy. Anyway, we both absolutely adore PRS guitars. When the 513 came out, that was the one that we both kind of went, ah! This kind of holy grail thing. As PRS guitars go, or just generally are, they were beautiful, and they kind of boasted this technology where they had like humbuckers, but they were single coil and worked together as humbuckers, and between the 3 looking pickups, but technically 5 separate pickups, it boasted that it could have 16 unique voices. And yeah, it was just incredibly intriguing. I don't know if my friend ever got to play one of those. I certainly haven't, but they have since been discontinued and replaced with the 509. And this is where I'm in kind of two minds, because logically, the there's the potential to use all 13 voices out from that guitar, but there's a more likelihood that I would find a couple that I would just switch between. So in thinking that, it probably would be better or make more sense potentially to just go for the 509, unless of course you get to try out 513 and find out that the voicings you can get on that aren't achievable on the 509, and then there's a bit of a mix-up or a toss-up. But yeah, so the 513 or the 509, either or, I think, to be fair. But yeah, that's kind of second place. First place on my dream guitar list. Now, before I say it, this is bearing in mind that I'm probably going to finish this video and instantly start going, but I'd also really like this guitar and this person's signature and this one and that one. I know that I'm ignoring the likes of going for, say, the recreation of Stevie Ray Vaughan's guitar, which I can easily imagine would be amazing, or even like as it's a dream guitar kind of thing, going, I want Stevie Ray Vaughan's guitars, or Jeff Buckley's Telecaster, or Bruce Springsteen's Telecaster. You know, I suppose in a way I'm kind of ignoring the dream aspect of it, but maybe I just fail at dream guitar lists. But anyway, back on track. This is one that I've never seen in person, and I don't even know if there are versions of it available, because to a degree it's a fictional guitar in a way, but you see it, so technically it's not. This is the first guitar that I ever saw and just went, oh my god, I want one of those. And it's going to sound a little silly because it comes from a comedy film called Airheads. And this is a film with Brendan Fraser, Adam Sandler and Steve Buscemi, and they take a radio station hostage, give a list of demands, and one of the demands is Brendan Fraser saying, I want a PRS guitar with the dragon inlay. And he gets it. It's this beautiful green guitar. You don't really get to see the inlay, if I remember correctly. I haven't watched it for a few years. You don't really get to see the inlay in detail, but such a beautiful guitar. I've tried looking up information about it and the kind of things I've seen that are supposed to be either replicas or from the same series, because it may have just been a one-off. I haven't found a whole lot of information about it, but the kind of dragon inlays that I've seen come up in my searches for it look absolutely amazing, and I would so love to have it. This is one that I've not played, and if I ever had the money to just say this, then I would just go, yoink, it's mine, no matter what. Sadly, one of the pieces of information I've seen about it is apparently the guitar did get smashed. If you've ever watched the film, they show in the lead up to the end of it that they kind of start trashing their gear, and you see Brendan Fraser is supposed to be like smashing the guitar, but if you look at the way he does it, it really looks like he's obviously trying to fake it. Like in the swing of the guitar there's the speed, but then you can see the kind of slow down when it comes to putting it against something. So I always had the impression that yes, he had a PRS guitar. They didn't have a stunt replica for it, so he had to like pretend to be smashing it but didn't actually do it. But there's pictures circulating and things showing that the guitar used for the film in pieces has been getting bought and sold a couple of times. So I don't know, but even if I couldn't get like the era specific this was made as an actual production, then there were so many hundreds or thousands made. If I could ever just get a PRS guitar that looked like that, if it's just like a custom 24 like that, I would probably still be happy, to be honest. If I could say I've definitely got the one from the film that's not in pieces and is playable, then I would be extremely happy. But there's information that's kind of leaning towards the idea that it did get smashed. So, but there we go. It probably sounds like a stupid one to have as my top one, but it's there. So that's my kind of dream / guitar want list, or guitar interest list. If I really wanted to, I could probably go forever just looking at all guitars online, and there'd be hundreds if not thousands that I'd actually want. This isn't counting that I know I've seen Les Pauls and SGs, and well, not so much. I'm not a huge SG kind of person, but say Les Pauls, Flying Vs, and I definitely want a Flying V at some point. Anyway, that's my kind of list. So there. Feel free to like argue with me how stupid I am for my choices, or just let me know what kind of choices you have, especially if you have any that line up with the ones that I've mentioned. Other than that, thank you guys very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye.